Good morning. It's been a little while since I've uploaded anything here, and since then, my audience has started to grow a little. Some might say that it's a tiny amount, but when I really think about it, almost 2,000 people decided to spend some time with me in my tiny corner of the internet last time I posted. In social media metrics, that's not a huge amount. But imagine seeing 2,000 people in one space all at once. That's a lot of people. So instead of constantly chasing the algorithm and numbers, as someone who can be quite an introvert, 2,000 people feels pretty huge to me. So if you're new here or you've been following my story from the start, welcome. And thank you for being here. After 3.5 months in England, I felt like a ghost walking through an old life that no longer belonged to me. The weight of productivity, the endless rushing, the noise, it all pressed down on me and I felt like I could hardly breathe. I didn't feel much there. I couldn't. My inspiration dried up. My nervous system was shot. I was all consumed in work. 10 hours at my job, and then every evening I was editing so as not to lose those clients. And all I wanted to do was come back here. When I landed back in Bali, the first thing I felt was relief. Somehow just by being here, my nervous system began to unclench. The heavy knots and the to-do lists began to loosen a little. The first few days were a lot of adjusting. The time difference is 7 hours here, and I didn't realize how exhausted I was from waking up at 5 a.m. for the past 3.5 months. And just how much sleep deprivation builds and takes a while to get back. It's been nice to have my slow mornings back though, to swim and read and sip cacao before starting my day. I also start a new project next week, so I'm resting as much as I can before picking that up. They often say that when you arrive in Bali, it either opens up its magic for you or can really test you, and this time around was no joke.
Oh my gosh, you guys, something crazy happened last night. So I was on a Zoom call with my friend and the cats brought in this live rat that they were chasing and they were trying to kill. And I really didn't want them to kill it because I used to have pet rats. I actually don't mind them. I think they're quite sweet. But I managed to get the cats away from it and the rat was on a bin lid in the kitchen. So I wanted to take it outside. So I picked up the bin lid and I opened the door and I went to sort of toss the lid and it was on the other side of the lid from my hand, and as I kind of went to toss it or like put it down, this little rat ran towards my hand and bit me on the thumb, and it started bleeding. It wasn't too bad, it was a really small bite, but I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do because before coming here I didn't get my rabies jab. And I was super scared that this rat had rabies. So I got a bike down to the medical center and I ended up having to get 3 rabies jabs and then 2 follow-up injections that I've got to do next week. And I've literally been here 3 days and I've been bitten by a rat. What the hell is going on? I know a lot of people say, and I've experienced it actually quite a few times before, that Bali, when you arrive in Bali, it's either sort of magic pixie dust and everything aligns and works out for you. And then other times you can be really tested. And I feel like this time the tests are rolling in thick and fast. I don't know if anyone knows the significance of being bitten by a rat. If there's any meaning in it, I've been looking it up. And I'm trying to figure out the lesson, if there's a lesson in this, and what that means. But yeah, just wild, just here for the ride, and wondering what all that was about.
Having gone through that pretty intense evening, I started reflecting on what I'm here to learn this time around. Because Bali always has a lesson for you. I suppose my intention for my time here and what I'm feeling most called to do is to step into the person that I most want to be. I just spent the past few months fitting back into my old shoes. And now that I'm questioning that if that doesn't fit, then what does? And what if I can make it anything I want? What if I can radically step into the person I do want to become? And what does she look like? How does she behave around things like money, opportunities, relationships, friendships? If you could wake up each morning and decide to be the best version of yourself, what would that look like? How would you show up differently? So that's my invitation to you. You don't have to move across the world. You don't have to quit your job. But shedding those things have been a big part of me letting go of my old self. And it's pretty drastic, I'll admit. It started off as a small whisper, but now it's a loud scream that I can't ignore anymore. In England, I was always behind, always chasing the clock, always comparing, always failing to do enough. But here it seems different. I remember that abundance is not just money, it's time, health, the nature outside my house, unlearning guilt, unwinding from the idea that my worth is measured in productivity because it isn't. Here I observe people who've made different choices. People who left England decades ago, who walked away from the very definition of success I was drowning in. They're artists now, musicians, writers. They've built lives around connection instead of competition, around creation instead of consumption, and that's something I see as successful. I think it's time we unlearned what the term success means. Time we stopped inheriting definitions that were written by people we don't even want to become. This thought has bitten me hard since arriving here a week ago, almost as hard as that rat bite. A reminder to start defining my own terms of success and stop worrying about living up to definitions that were never mine to begin with. I want to thank you again for watching this. And if you've enjoyed this video, it would honestly mean so much to me if you would like it, subscribe to it, or just to say hi. Thank you, and I will see you soon.